Today in the livestock market, cattle was a little bit easier. Even though demand remained stronger, we expected that the surge in the boxed beef prices would push the packers to kind of increase their bids a little bit and step up, but it kind of didn't exactly happen. And we thought that to start the week that might be the real push that market needed. But futures still remain strong, and the futures are trading at a premium to cash. So perhaps kind of squeezing that ratio a little bit closer is what's happening today. I expect that even with the grain market a little bit lower, that we might get more of a boost to that livestock market as a whole, but it didn't quite happen that way. And futures did extend a little bit lower from Friday's range as well. Now, it's important to note that there's about a 7,000, almost an 8,000 open interest in the 112 strike, and expiration isn't going to come for a couple of weeks, but it could have an effect on the market. So that's going to be something to watch going forward. Now, with the feeders, they were mixed. The new low just did rebound the market somewhat. So we were kind of heartened by it, and we thought the market might really start to get a little bit more of a boost. But, feed prices are on the rise, and expecting too much after that it won't be helpful to trying to watch where the market's going. The downtrend is relatively intact, but we're hoping that the live cattle markets might really offer a little more support to the feeders because they have been much more volatile. But let's not forget that with all things considered, if the supplies start to tighten, which we had talked about for many months, that would be exactly the boost in the arm that that the beef complex would need, and it would get that market moving, straight up and really offer a lot of support. Now, the hogs today were lower. The futures were overbought. Traders thought that the market was really vulnerable to a little bit of a sell-off and a correction of sorts. But while we were a little lower today, we still remain in that consolidative channel really until the very end. Now, that channel was a 75.70 to 77.60. We thought the market was going to stay there, and it just kind of tipped through that. But we have had strong exports that coming out, but they were below last year. So maybe that's why the market slipped a little bit. However, let's see what happens tomorrow. I expect that we could get a few more buyers stepping back into the market to hold us up. I was kind of surprised to see it break back down, but we had been in a consolidative channel for about 6 sessions. So the market was going to break out one way or another, and it looks like it broke down just a little bit. So we'll see if it can hold for tomorrow.